notes.
All right, we're recording right now.
You recording? I mean, you could always edit this first part out.
So I'm gonna set up my messages. So
I mean, make sure it's still fucking voice recording. I can see my voice. Yep. All right. So, what's everybody? What's up? Tight shit.
All right, guys.
Did you start recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
All right.
Are you ready?
Ready for
three.
this?
1, 2, 3. Hey guys, welcome to Black and White. I'm Trey.
I'm Shade.
So we decided to start a podcast just because.
Well, I mean, everybody, every one of our friends have been talking about starting a podcast for the last 5-6 years, and we're the only ones, I guess, that have the fucking balls to try it out. Huh?
I feel like most male friend groups, they're always like, "Oh, I think we would make a killer podcast," but no one ever does it. Well, we're doing it.
No, yeah, everybody, even the motherfuckers I work with, they all like, oh, let's start a podcast. Nobody ever does, but I guess we're gonna find out really what it's like.
Yeah, it's gonna be some bumps in the road because none of us have any experience in editing, no experience in any recording or stuff like that. So
I never really talked to people through a fucking video camera before. So I guess we're gonna figure this out.
We're gonna figure it out.
So this is number one.
Yeah.
Hopefully of many. I guess we're gonna try to do other things. We're also gonna be outside and shit. We'll be
just a little background of what we're gonna do.
We disc golf, or we try to at least. So we're going to be putting videos out. We're going to be doing some disc golfing,
a little bit of Mario Kart.
Yeah,
some games every now and then.
Struggle to hike a little bit.
Next episode might be camping.
Yeah, we
might be set up in the woods. If we
can figure out how to do that, yeah, we're going to be camping, and maybe one of our buddies will be there and be on it a little bit.
Everyone's hopes when starting a podcast. We hope that this blows up and we make money.
Yeah.
But if nothing happens with this, it's cool that we just have it.
Yeah, it's memories. But I mean, we'll be able to write or talk about all the shit we forget about.
We forget about a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff's gonna come to mind when we're just talking, and it's just gonna be. We're probably going to go off and ramble. We're probably going to end up maybe fighting a little bit. Certain subjects are kind of sore sometimes, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess how long have we known each other now? 5th grade, so.
5th grade. We started actually talking to each other in 7th grade.
Or no, because 5th grade we just played football together.
Yeah.
But we didn't go to the same school. 7th grade, when I actually met Devin, is when we actually started hanging out.
So out of the friend group, Devin was the first person you started talking
Scott.
to. Scott was the first.
Yeah, because I knew Scott from football, and we were both in the same homeroom.
Okay.
So then, I guess we've known each other since 5th grade, but we've kind of been friends since, 7th, yeah. 7th. Well, I mean, back in 5th grade, you didn't look like anything like you have in the past fucking 5-10 years. I didn't even know it was the same person.
I feel like for us, usually when you look at the images of people growing up, you can kind of tell, yeah, he looks the same there. Like for us, it was like when we were kids, we did not look the same as between ages 8 to 12, from 13 to 16, 17 to now. We morphed.
Well, that's the thing that I don't get, because I see people do on TikTok. They do the before and now, the high school reunions. I'm like, you look you damn near look the same, and I'm sitting here looking at my picture from a 9th grade social, and I'm like, I hate this dude ugly, and I don't know. I went through a lot of stages. In elementary school, I was the tallest kid in elementary school, but then junior high hit, and I was tall, but I was kind of
Was I taller
Mid.
than you at one point?
In 5th grade, you probably were taller than me. But then, like, 9th grade summer hit, and I shot up fucking 7 inches, and I came back to school,
Yeah,
and
dude,
I was like,
I was like, I'm 5'10" right now. I was probably 5'10" when I was like 14. And I've just stayed 5'10". I've never grown any bigger
in
than
like
that.
7th and 8th grade, my sister was taller than me in 7th grade. She's a year younger than me. She was taller than me. And then,
You
yeah,
have them.
thank God. I mean, I'm only 6'2". I'm not a fucking giant, but it's not 5'8" like other like,
Now, people say like when you get those growth spurts like that, you get growing pains or knees are hurting growing.
Well, I have a weird thing with my legs that I thought they were growing pains, but it's like, I forget, it's some long name I can't really pronounce.
Is it a cartilage thing?
It's like it's like cartilage, and it basically, technically, I guess my bones almost swell, I guess you could say, and that like the inside, just in between my joints and stuff, like swells and stuff.
So do you have to get those checked out every now and then?
No, I mean, it don't happen. I'm so used to it now. It's back when
I'm used to the pain.
Oh, my legs hurt 24/7. It's just I'm so used to it. Like,
You just go to sleep with tears going down your face.
no, I mean, the doctor said like I was gonna eventually need shots,
Yeah,
like into my fucking bones.
yeah. That's our buddy Aaron. He has knee problems too, and he says he gets like stuff injected into his knees every. I don't know how long, but
that's what, because it started in 5th grade playing football. My legs hurt constantly, and we just thought they were growing pains until I went and got X-rays and shit. And they're like, "Yeah, well, you're actually kind of fucked up." But every once in a while, though, it'll get bad.
Let's be 100% honest. The football team that we were on in 5th grade was
terrible.
it was probably the worst football team.
It was. I think we went 0-8. Like,
I think literally only Scott, and then what's the big dude, Big Mac? I think we call him Big Mac. But it was like literally those two were the best ones. Everyone else was.
Well, that's the thing. I was short and fat, and they're like, "You're on the line." I'm like, "All right." And then there's kids in 5th and 6th grade that were bigger than me, and I'm like, "Well, I guess I don't get to play." And I remember the last game of the season, they were like, "All right, since we're so bad, we're gonna give everybody a chance to touch the ball." And they did this stupid ass. They had this stupid ass play where it was almost like you were lined up to kneel. There was the quarterback, then two running backs, or a running back, fullback, and they snap it directly to the person going to run, and then you just run up the middle and everybody block. And I got to do that. That I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get to touch the ball. I'm hype." The fucking center went, and it went flying past me, bro. I was like, "Well, this is the first time." In 4th grade, I really fucked, because I was the center. Yeah. For flag football, I was just a center.
I never ended up playing flag football.
But the last game of the season, they were like, I was begging, let me play tight end, because I wanted to play tight end a little bit. Yeah. And the last game, I forgot to wear I forgot cleats to the game. And bro, they said hike, and I went to run, slipped right on my fucking face. I got up and I wanted to like cry so bad. I was like, the first time I get a chance to do this,
bro. I did that so much when I played track in high school. I forget my cleats, bro.
Oh yeah.
And
does it ever? How is that track when it's wet?
Well, if you have cleats, it doesn't matter.
No. Oh.
But if you don't,
I bet it just looks.
If
slippy.
you don't, and you're in like lane 1, like the close one where you have to turn real hard,
you're busting your
it's chalked.
Yeah.
Do you miss like doing like football stuff like that? Or do you like miss high school or anything like that?
A lot of people say I don't at all. I think a big reason to that is our friend group has stayed so close. Like a lot of people, they graduate, and I get it. People get married, whatever. They split up, and they only see their friends once every year or so. We literally see each other 4 or 5 times, maybe a week.
Literally since 5th grade, I have seen you guys at least 3 times a week. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, because we're older and we're moving, we're doing stuff.
I mean, you're an hour away. Like, with Scott. He lived 45 minutes away. I was at his house every weekend, and
Every
we
week.
all meet there. It's like,
Every weekend, yeah.
and we actually do stuff. But I think that's a big part of why people do miss high school, because they leave high school and then they're like, all my friends are
All
pretty much
friends.
gone.
All friends, yeah.
And a good thing, I mean, Devin does it, but like you, Scott, they don't switch up for a girl. Like
Yeah.
you started dating Maria and you still hung out with us. Some people don't like doing that.
Yeah. Right.
And it's like, if we get a girlfriend and the friend group don't like her, she's out. Like
That's
she's out.
Maria met Nigel and William, was the first friends that she met, and we were in the car. She got out the car, I think, to go grab something from her apartment. First thing I said the moment she left, I was like, "So what do y'all think?" And I told Maria the story. I was like, "Y'all opinions are bigger than like my own grandma." like
Yeah.
like if Nigel and Maria would have been, or if Nigel and William would have been like, "Nah, she ain't the one," I would have chalked it that day. Like, but no, Maria's like, I'm like one of those miracle things on Tinder, because we met through Tinder.
Yeah, that's
and that's like not a real thing, right?
Well, especially
That
with Tinder, because I feel like with Tinder, all you do, you match with people, you exchange like 2 or 3 little conversations, and it's like either, and then it's over. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm terrible at texting people, and everybody knows that.
Yeah,
and it's like, if I match with some girl on Tinder and I'm like, oh shit, I hit her with some dumbass pickup line, she texts back, and then I just completely forget about it and I ruin it. Like,
bro, let me tell you this story, okay? With Marie, when I first started dating Marie, which I didn't, we were just talking for like 4 months before I even asked her.
Mm-hmm.
We were probably dating for about 2 weeks, right? And at this time, I was living at my grandmother's house. I was like senior year still of college. And I'm very honest, I don't lie about nothing, and that's probably a flaw of mine, because I just say the truth no matter what. My gram is one of those hard hitting,
she's real religious,
Bible, like real Christian, and I love her to death for it, and I thank her for putting that on me too, because I'm Christian. I love my Lord and Savior. But she found out that we were having intercourse at the house, and me and Maria, we just came back from like Starbucks, and we get on the house, and she goes, "Trayvon, sit down." I was like, "Oh, bro, no." I've only dated Maria for 2 weeks.
As soon as you hear them words, it's over.
We sit down, and she's like, "You're on the wrong path." 2 weeks, and Maria,
you're going to hell.
You would think that Maria was gonna suck the whole cup into her freaking mouth.
She was fucking nervous.
She was drinking air because she was so nervous. She kept just going like this. Her cup was full, and within that 2-minute conversation, her shit was gone. And it was like, I just chalked it because I know my gram. I knew how it was gonna be, but like the fear of Maria being beside me, I was like, "This is not."
Yeah, I was like,
"This is not."
We've been dating for 2 weeks, so I guess
like,
I'll see you.
She was like, "You guys are gonna have to either find your own place or get married." I'm like, I've known this woman for what, 4 months plus 2 weeks. I was like, I'm not moving in with her right now. I'm not doing that.
What do you think? So, what do you think the talk? How long do you think the talking stage should be before you're like, do you want to be in a relationship or something?
So for me, because I was very horrible with relationships. I ain't gonna lie. If anybody knew me in high school, y'all knew I kept to myself.
Yeah,
kept to myself.
Well, that's the thing. I talk to just about everybody, but I'm terrible with girls, bro. Like, when we out at the bar and we're dancing and we're vibing, and I like, dripping sweat, and I see a girl that's fine as shit, and I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, I'm just like every other dude. There's like that 1 out of 10 guy that's like, oh, I have the confidence to go up and talk. But like, if it's some random dude or something, or some random chick that I'm not really. I'm talking to everybody.
Yeah, right.
As soon as I think they're attractive, my face gets all red and it's over. Unless I'm like actually very drunk, then
But what you say, like how long? I think the older you get, the shorter that gets.
Definitely.
So like if you're like 18, you can talk for a couple months. I like to know for certain because when I date someone, I don't just date them and be like, yeah, that's my girlfriend, but still act like it's not my girlfriend and flirt with other people. Like I take it seriously.
Oh yeah.
So as wait.
As soon as the talking stage starts, I'm like, I'm not talking to any other girls.
Yeah.
I'm not using these apps. But as soon as I get a feeling that it's like going south, it's over. I wouldn't say it's over, but it's like I'm hopping back on. I'm back out there because it's like I don't want to waste time anymore, you know? I mean, we're
too old. Yeah.
We're not young. I mean, we're young, but like we're 24.
We both have the same goal of like, we want to get our career. We want to start a family and stuff like that. So like we're 24.
Yeah.
If you're 18, take your time. You're young. I mean,
whatever you want.
Do what you want, especially if you go to college. College change your life. College change your life.
I did. That's the thing. I didn't go to college, and I'm glad I didn't go to college because
it's not for everybody.
No, because I didn't. I mean, I was good in school, but I hated it, bro.
It's not for everybody, and I think you can be just as successful without doing college. But it's like it's like the game of life, like the board game of life. If you take the college route, it's like the typical way. You get extra money and stuff like that, and it's like kind of the safe way.
Yeah.
But you can still be very successful if you take the other way. Sure, you don't start off with all the money at the beginning.
Some of the most successful people didn't go to college. It's like, I don't know.
But we're 24. I'm gonna say for 24-year-olds, the talking phase 2 months.
I think it also depends on the person, because if you go out with a person and the vibe is amazing, you guys can keep a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, if it's like that, you can get to know somebody a lot faster.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I think it really all depends on the people, because some people are like, it depends on the girl, because some girls are like, I have a set, like, like back when I was dated that one girl, that Christian girl.
Yeah.
She was like, when I asked her to be my girlfriend, right? She said, I have a rule. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh, okay.
She was like, after you ask me, you have a month. And she's like, we're not like official yet, but you have a month after you ask me, and then you get your answer. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh, what are all these rules? It's crazy.
Oh, but I mean, we was a lot. We were like 19.
I was like 80% convinced that you made that person up.
Everybody is.
I've never seen.
Well, that's because
you know how long you date?
A year.
A little over a year. I literally saw her one time because I passed you on the street driving home. I've never actually talked to them.
But that was because when I first started working, I was working 90 hours a week. So when I wasn't working, I was either at her house or sleeping.
Fair.
Because she lived up like Coolport, so it was like 45 minutes from.
Okay. Yeah. It's pretty far. Well, not farther than this, but it was far for back then.
Yeah, well, back then, I mean, I was making crazy money back then because I was working 95 fucking hours a week with 35 days in a row. But
yeah.
So but I had that car then, and then I got that truck, and I was like, I'm not making that drive every day.
You know, the biggest issue. And I've talked to like coworkers and stuff about this. The biggest issue right now for like our generation of meeting up is there's no real way of meeting up in person. It's like you have to use these these dating websites to find anyone, because everyone's like sitting at home. Like if like my actual job, I work from home.
Yeah.
If I didn't have Maria and I was still like doing the single life, like where am I going?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I hear these things. People, oh, I met this girl at a coffee shop. I met this girl, blah blah blah, and I'm like, wow. Like I go out there and I'm just when I go out, I hate shopping. I hate doing anything. When I go somewhere, I'm getting what I want and then I'm going. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yours would have to be something like, I was delivering this mail to this house.
Yeah.
And the moment I put it down, the most beautiful
Bro,
woman came, opened the door.
It's happened. It's happened. It literally just happened to me on Saturday. Like, people catch me off guard. I walk up on like a porch, and a door comes swinging open, bro. I jump so bad. Like, I've been scared so many times because people just are coming out as soon as I'm walking up, and I'm like, I'm not robbing you. I swear.
Yeah, no, it's definitely harder for us right now. I mean, of course, you can go to a bar and stuff like that, but people know, like,
I feel like a bar is almost not. I wouldn't say always, but a lot of the time it's like a one night thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a good place to try to find the actual serious relationship at a bar.
And I mean, that's cool with me. Like, I'm not 100% against that, but I mean,
yeah.
Instead of maybe getting lucky every once every 6 years at a bar, try to do it like regularly somehow. But
yeah, it's rough out there for people. I mean, like I said, I got very lucky, met the love of my life on Tinder. I was very fortunate.
Yeah,
it was a long distance relationship too. I lived an hour away from her.
Yeah, she was up here.
I had to drive a whole hour away. That's crazy. Because the old me.
Yeah, and that caddy.
The 1995 Cadillac DeVille.
Bro, when I found out you flipped that fucking thing,
oh my god,
you didn't have a scratch on you, that was wild. So basically, what we're saying is just come to us for relationship advice.
Yeah, we have the best.
I can tell you all the wrong information you need. No, bro. That when you told me you flipped, the guy I work with,
dude, I couldn't believe it.
The guy I work with, right? When he first started, he was driving home from work. It's about a 45-minute drive to work. He hydroplaned, hit a guardrail, came back out, bumped this old lady, and was fine, right?
Yeah.
It was probably about almost a year ago now. This dude, he was flying home from work again. He was coming to work this time. Hydroplaned again, hit the fucking guardrail. He flipped like 3 or 4 times, bro.
Yeah.
Not a scratch on him. He got lucky.
Yeah,
it was wild.
It's dangerous, man.
Rain is my biggest. Driving in the rain is my biggest fear.
Well, that's the thing. When I flipped my Cadillac, it wasn't raining, but it just stopped raining. It was like that laid out rain. And like I wasn't speeding. Like even on my speeding ticket, it says driving safe. I got a speeding ticket, but it says driving safe on my speeding ticket. Like how's that work out? I was going, and there was a person in front of me. I started slowing down, and I just started sliding. I couldn't stop. And so there was a bank. And I was like, well, I'll just hit it. You know, it's like I got a boat. I'll just hit the bank because I don't want to hit the car. I hit the bank, but it just flipped right over. And I remember the thing that I said in the middle of the flip. I said, "So this is how today is going to go." Huh? So this house today is going to go.
I just imagine, bro. You just hold your steering wheel upside down.
Yeah, man.
Bro, that's wild. And they have the audacity to give you a speeding ticket. You're like, I just literally lost my car, and you're gonna give me a fucking speeding ticket.
Let me tell the full story. So it flips, right?
Oh, I've never heard that story.
Only my window breaks, right? I got seatbelt. Wear your seatbelt. Unbuckle. I crawl out of the window. I have like one little scratch from the glass on my finger, and that's it. Whoever this lady was, she was a real one. Because I crawled out of that vehicle, she was already halfway done talking to the ambulance. That I flipped this car. I was like, dang. I crawl out, I walk away, and I'm just like this, looking at my vehicle. But here's the thing, because I had my own lawn care business. Yeah. I had all my lawn care equipment.
You had gas and shit in there?
I go to the back side of it. There is literally gallons of gas spread all around my car. I was like, oh. I was like, I could have blown up.
That could have been so bad. You got lucky.
I
as shit,
could
bro.
have blown up.
Especially in them old cars, because who knows if they're gonna spark up or not.
Yeah.
You're bold as hell for driving around in that car that old, which is gas, like just driving.
I was driving the vehicle, you know, SpongeBob be driving with Miss Puff before his driver's license. That's what I was driving.
That's
So I get out,
that's funny.
the ambulance comes, and I get in there, they're just checking me out, and they're like, do you want to go to the hospital? And, you know, I came from like a lower income household, so I was like, well, let me call my mom first, because I don't know if I have insurance.
Yeah, bro, and them shits, it's like, fuck.
So I call my mom, right? And keep in mind, like, I'm not worried. I'm not like frantic or anything. I come home and it's like, Mom, I just flipped my car. I'm okay, but these ambulance people want to take me to the hospital. Do we have insurance for that? She said, you flipped your car. She's like, what do you mean you flipped your car? I was like, I was on my way to college.
Yeah, you're a block away from your
I
house.
literally was a block. I probably could have looked up and saw my house.
Yeah.
Like,
Ugh.
I was like, do we have insurance? She was like, yeah, we have insurance. So I was like, all right, guys, take me away.
Well, yeah, you have insurance, and then you take an ambulance ride, and your insurance covers it, whatever. And then 6 months later, you get a bill in the mail, $6,000.
Yeah.
Oh my, like,
And you know what's crazy about this whole story? After I go to the hospital, which my mom was at work, she like beat the ambulance to the hospital.
yeah.
Like she was
How
driving.
far does she work from the hospital?
So you know, she worked at Pyramid Healthcare near the Tractor Supply.
Oh, that's far.
That's far. She beat the ambulance. I was at my
and
house.
you were 3 blocks away from the hospital.
I was like, yeah, like I was probably like a quarter mile because you got across the bridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a quarter mile, she beat the ambulance.
That's wild.
I get there, they check me out and stuff like that. Craziest part, I go, well, I got to go back to college. I still got classes. So I take my Gram's car, go back to school, and everyone's like, how was your day? I was like, oh, I just flipped my car.
Yeah, I just
Almost blew up.
I just totaled my car, almost died. Yeah, but that's so. I've never
They're
heard
like,
that
no,
story.
you're not. No, you didn't. And I showed the picture, and they're like, why are you here?
I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I'm surprised that fucking caddy made that drive all the time. Like that thing was old. I'd be so nervous
Yeah,
of
it's
it
a
breaking
miles
down on the highway.
It had some miles on it.
That's when my first car was that Ford Explorer. Right. I think when I got it, there was 250,000 miles. I got it for free, which I mean,
I love that Cadillac though.
It was comfortable. It was.
Did you ever go on the cigar drives with us?
No.
Oh my gosh.
That's when you're gonna end up.
That's-
That's when you're gonna end up getting pulled over.
The cigar drives are funny because it's such an old car. Cadillac, each car door had ashtrays.
Yeah, that's
on
what
the door.
the LOV, the older mail trucks at work,
Yeah,
they have ashtrays in them.
that's so funny.
I mean, they're all taken out now, pretty much, because I feel like not as many people smoke as anymore
It's
because of the vape and
it's those
shit.
vaping. Yeah.
Which I was hooked on them for a while, which sucked because I turned 18, got hooked on vaping,
Yeah.
and then a month after we turned 18, they said, now you have to be 21.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, thanks. My whole life, I couldn't wait to turn 18 to go buy a cigar or something.
Yeah.
Now I can't.
I never did. I never was into like smoking cigarettes or vaping or like that. But I know so many people were hurt. They were so hurt about that.
Everybody who was under 21.
Yeah.
Because imagine the people who just turned 20 or something, they got addicted to like smoking cigarettes or something, and then all of a sudden they have to find somebody. Like, we already have to find somebody if we want to buy alcohol. Like, now we have to get cigarettes too?
That's something. But
And
yeah,
there's drunk cigarettes, though, don't count. They don't.
drunk. Oh, like
If
you
you're
get
drunk and you smoke a cigarette, it don't
yeah, we'll
count.
tell that to your lungs. Tell it to your lungs.
So, hey, your liver's getting hit. Might as well hit your lung a little bit
I
too.
guess. Okay.
I mean, would you rather die of liver cancer or lung cancer?
I'd rather not have both.
Well, I mean, you could get it from literally just breathing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's people who have lung cancer who never even fucking smoked. So,
Well, my great grandfather, he didn't die until he was like 114 years old. He smoked and drank every single day till the day he died.
but your family,
My family-
every black part of your family lives until fucking 3,000. Then your grandma she's still alive? Or so she's like 105.
She
Like what?
recently passed away, and she died at like 103 or 100.
I don't want to live that long. I don't.
But the thing is, like they be moving. Like my 114-year-old,
Yeah.
he was out driving, getting his own groceries, cutting his own grass, talking to his neighbors, having a good time until the last like 3 months of his life.
Yeah. I don't want to live that long. Imagine being on the. He was alive. He probably knew who Hitler was. He probably was in with Hitler or something, bro.
Yeah, he was a vet. I can't remember what war he was fighting.
Probably
Probably the Civil War.
Probably Cold War. No.
Probably the Civil War.
The Civil War. Yes. Either that or what's the Revolutionary
War? George
War?
Washington.
A signed picture. He got his sign. That's crazy. 100 years ago. That's wild.
Yeah, man.
He lived in that. Oh, how long ago did he die? He lived in like.
Oh, I think it was like right when I started going to college.
He lived in like 12 different decades, bro.
He met Obama.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah. So we be living.
Yeah, I don't want to live that long. And you know what gets me, bro? Well, I'm not the biggest fan of like older people, like old people.
You don't like old people?
Why?
You don't like old people?
Not really. No. Some of them, like I like your gram.
Yeah.
But if she wasn't your gram, I don't think I'd like her.
She's the sweetest old lady in the world.
Those are some of the worst ones. They're just, you think they're sweet until they don't get a piece of mail.
I didn't even think about it in the mail. They're probably the ones that are on you
like
constantly.
If they don't have mail for a day, it's my fault that nobody sent them anything. Like, and why do old people walk around with their hands behind their back with their mouth open all the time? That's the like. If you ever see me walking around with my hands behind my back, smack me, smack me. Like,
just give it.
I caught myself the one day, and I just had my hands behind my back for some reason. I'm like,
you're like, this is kind of cool, yeah.
No, I was so disappointed in myself. It's like when you're alone and you're standing and you catch yourself like standing with your hand on your hip or something. You're like, fuck, what am I doing? Why am I? But it's so comfortable to stand like that sometimes.
I feel
That's like, I used to always think people when they like sit down and cross their legs or something, I'm like, oh, that's weird. It's so comfortable. It's so comfortable.
I don't really do that. You know,
I try to.
Although maybe I do. I never really put any thought into how I'd be sitting. It's
real easy for me though, because I don't have anything really much getting in my way from crossing my legs.
We got some long legs.
Yeah,
we got some long legs.
No, yeah, it was it's, I don't know. Something about old people, bro, just gets to me.
And why do all old people smell like the same? Like if you,
I don't know,
without knowing who lives in a household, right? If you walk in that household, you know someone in the between ages like 60 and 85 are in there.
It almost. So I know they don't really smell like anything, but they look like like cotton balls.
No, they definitely smell like
a cotton ball don't really smell, but old people smell the way cotton balls look.
Motion detected at back porch.
Who's that?
Shit. Probably Maria getting another 17 packages.
Yeah, she's been ordering.
Jesus, bro.
Been ordering. It's probably that deer. It's freaking deer.
Those deer were wild.
You know me. I don't like I'm not really an animal person, but
it was almost majestic.
But I did get a bird feeder. You know. 24-year-old, you know, I'm starting. They say 30-year-olds they start bird watching. Well, I'm starting 6 years early. I got a bird feeder.
Does that camera catch the birds? Is that like?
No, it doesn't catch the birds. But if I want to like go out and look, they're there. But like it catches the deer eating all the bird food.
Yeah.
Wait
until a bear show up, bro.
It's making me so.
Wait till a bear show up.
I caught him one day. I opened the door. I was like, "Get out of my yard!" I was like, "What are you doing?"
Well, yeah, bro. We were disc golfing. We were 5 feet from the deer, and they were just looking at it. We literally were throwing disc, and it landed right beside them, and they didn't move.
They didn't care. I've never been that close to a deer in my life.
I've never been that
Motion
close.
detected at back porch.
I've never
Alexa,
been.
do not disturb.
That's the problem with Alexa, bro. She talks too much sometimes.
You talk too much. Yeah, man. I don't know. Animals be making me mad sometimes.
I don't know. I love dogs, but sometimes they are. I just feel like getting a dog is pretty much setting yourself up to be heartbroken in 13 years around there.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like,
It's like you get the dog, and so I mean, some dogs are perfectly healthy, and like you don't have to do anything ever with them.
you
My
just gotta
dog,
feed them,
I
walk
had a
them.
dog when I was younger, Ace, and we took him to the vet every now and then. But like that was the most healthy dog in the world.
Yeah.
But some people get a dog, they're at the vet like every other month, and it's like people
Thousands.
dropping
Thousands of dollars, man. I'm like,
I'm like,
it don't even take. Sometimes it costs more to take care of a dog than it does a kid.
Yeah.
Like a kid, if you have a perfectly healthy kid, oh, it's fine. Shots here, there, whatever. You have a dog that's a little bit sick,
It's over.
it gets fleas, $500 for the medicine. Like growing up, we had 4 miniature schnauzers.
Oh my gosh.
3 of them died. It was like a year or 2 ago. 3 of them died within 4 months.
Oh my gosh.
The one was old, bro. He got hit by 2 cars. He was blind. He lived to be like 16.
You know, I did an ancestry, and one of the traits, which is funny, said on the black side of my family that none of us are an animal person. And so I was like, I asked my mom, because my mom's white. I said, Mom, is that true?
Oh yeah,
It's
your
like
dad.
the
Your
black
dad
side.
hated that dog, right?
He hated that dog. I knew my dad hated the like animals too, but I was like, is that true? Like, does the black side of my family not like? She said, she said, there's not one person on that side of your family that likes any type of animals at all. He said, you have an uncle or some type of something. He said, he has 4 German Shepherds, and you know why he has them? I said, why? He said, he doesn't have them because he likes them. He has them because it'll alert him if the police if the police show up at his door, the dogs will bark, so he'll have time to get away. That's why he got the dogs. That's why he got the dogs.
That's funny as shit, bro. I know you're not big into them, but sports, right?
Hit me up. What's up? I don't know much about it.
I had my fucking fantasy draft last night.
How'd you do?
This is the first one. I've been in it for 3 years. This is the first one I didn't drink.
Okay.
And I think I did the worst.
Okay. Okay.
Like last year, by round 5, there's 16 rounds. By round 5 last year, I was pretty much blacked out. I came in second place last year.
Oh.
This year, bro, I was stone cold sober.
I just don't. I don't understand.
Yeah, fantasy football is very tough to understand, but once you understand it a little bit, it's real easy to figure it out.
So you basically you make your own team. Obviously, there's rules on how you have to make the team with whoever you're playing with, right?
So basically you just gotta pick the best person you can at each position.
Yeah.
And then you put them together, and then each week, obviously teams play.
Yeah.
So say your running back scores a touchdown, you get 6 points from that.
Okay.
So, but if it don't score a touchdown, but for each yard they run, you get like 0.1 points. So they run 10 yards, you get a point.
Are the points always the same?
No, every league is different. Literally every league you play in or whatever is different.
Because I was saying, what if you have a running back that gets a touchdown? That's not that impressive because that's what they do. Versus like a lineman somehow picks up a fumble or something and he gets a touchdown.
So
those
that
points be bigger?
No, because you can't start linemen. You don't start. So you start a quarterback, running back, receiver, and then a flex, which is a running back, receiver, or tight end. Then you start a tight end, you start a defense, and a kicker.
No lineman.
No lineman.
Oh, okay.
The only thing, like a defense, if a defense scores intercepts it, scores a touchdown,
yeah,
still 6 points.
Oh, okay.
But if a quarterback throws a touchdown, he gets 5 points. If he runs a touchdown, it's 6.
Mm. Okay. And like,
if you catch a touchdown, it's 6.
and then so 2 people can have the same QB.
Same person. Yeah, you can't. It's all there's 32 teams. There's I don't even 50 something players on each team.
Yeah.
But you want to go for the best, obviously. So that's why you do have to know a little bit about football. Like I know a good bit about football. I'm not like a fucking sports dude. Like I don't know everything about everything.
I was a person that played every sport. I did wrestling, basketball, football, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo. I just don't watch sports, man. I like to do them. I don't like to watch them.
What's real dangerous with sports nowadays is how you can bet on everything, bro. Everything. You can literally bet on how long the national anthem goes. You can bet on bet on the coin toss. That's during the Super Bowl. Super Bowl has a whole bunch of crazy shit that you can bet on. How long
the anthem?
You can bet. So say they say it's going to go 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You can bet over or under that. You can bet heads or tails on the coin toss. You can bet what the first play is going to be. How many yards. You can bet on literally damn near everything. It's wild.
On topic but off topic. The worst sport that's ever been made, and it's new. What do you think it is?
You're not saying pickleball, are you?
No, I really.
The newest sport. No.
It's so. I mean, I think it's new. Maybe it's been out. It's the freaking the slap.
Oh, the slap fight or
where they stand there,
yeah, and just let somebody slap the shit out of them.
400-pound muscle-headed men with palms the size of baseballs just blow your freaking face off.
Yeah, I don't.
There's no way that could be legal, right?
I mean, it's legal, and people.
I'm literally watching a YouTube of this dude blowing up watermelons with his hands.
Yeah,
and then they want me to watch a homicide, like just a straight murder.
Some of them, their faces are swollen out to here, and it's now
it makes me.
I mean, watching it, I get why it's entertaining, but I don't get why you'd want to compete in that.
You're just watching a man like
if you could take a hit like that, go fight in the UFC or something. Like
you can't even protect yourself. You literally have to just.
Yeah, and if you flinch, they get to slap again. If you flinch a little bit, you get to slap again. That's wild to me.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel like getting slapped is the most disrespectful thing. It's either getting slapped or getting spit on is the most disrespectful thing in the world. Certain types of spit on.
No, I agree with that completely.
So it depends on what kind of spit we're talking about.
Yeah, my cousin and his fiance keep trying to make me watch it. I'm like, I'm literally not watching that, man. I'm not watching people just freaking because like for the longest time growing up, they would always talk about like how football needs to be more safe because of CTE, boxing needs to be more safe because of CTE, and then this comes out where you like no.
Yeah,
and some will literally be on the ground like that. Get back up and keep going. Like,
yeah, you're not gonna catch me ever letting somebody slap me. Just let me. Like if I get slapped, bro, if somebody slaps you, it's like you can't really fight them because it's like either you slap me because you're gonna beat the fuck out of me and you just want to disrespect me, or it's like I feel like that's the thing.
Crazy.
If somebody slaps you, you lost. Even if you win that,
these back.
Say somebody slaps you and you beat the shit out of them, you lost that fight still. But you got slapped. Like that's in my opinion. Like if somebody slaps me and then I beat the shit out of them, I'm gonna walk away from that just feeling so like defeated. I lost. Like, I won the fight, but I lost the war.
Because half your face is just.
Even if it's not bad, just a slap, man. I don't think it's like fun at all, to be honest.
I don't either. And like I love boxing. I did boxing when I was younger, not like professional or anything, but boxing. I did MMA. I did jiu-jitsu, wrestling, stuff like that. I do enjoy those kind of sports, but I see nothing to gain from letting a man just palm me right in my face, and I can do nothing about it.
Yeah,
Literally nothing about it.
And if you do anything about it, he get to do it again.
And he gets to do it again. Yeah. And some of these people are literally crazy. Like they're not like they're.
Well,
I feel like you kind of have to be crazy to do that.
That's just almost the same as like I get you have to be good, like you have to know how to fight and do like jujitsu, all that extra stuff, wrestle.
Yeah.
But you have to be crazy to walk into an octagon with another man and just throw hands.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, they make a lot of money. But you ever see that bare knuckle boxing shit? It's like,
Ooh, yeah.
oh my god,
Maybe
that's wild. But yeah, it's
yeah. I can't. It's not for me, bro. It's not for me. And you know, I hope they're making good money, and I hope that like it ain't that serious. Like the people who do it are okay. It's like not a big health issue, but I can't see how it can't be.
Oh, eventually.
You're literally having a man who can blow up watermelons with their hand hit you in the face. It's not. It's not.
Well,
That's
speaking
not
of blowing up watermelons, you ever see them people that just crush a watermelon with their fucking thighs?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I think that's the equivalent of trying to crack an egg in your hand. Like, you can't do it. Like, if you give me a watermelon right now,
is that a real thing?
you can't do it. No, it's true. Unless you're like have the craziest grip strength in the world. But I'm pretty. If you squeeze it, because it's putting pressure on all sides, it won't break.
Okay.
It's wild.
Okay.
It's real crazy. Because I've tried it. And I was like, no way. I can do this.
I tried it.
I can do this. But I couldn't. I definitely could not.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So there's I mean, you wanna do a little game or something for the first? We could do some Would You Rather or something for the first episode.
Yeah, we can do Would You Rather.
I think I have a couple over here.
I have a couple over here too. Do you want to start or do you want me to start? It doesn't matter. We're both gonna answer it, but
You can start.
all
Go
right.
ahead.
So, would you rather live without internet for a year or without air conditioning and heating for a year?
Internet, 100%. Easy internet, bro. I'd be dead. I can't stand like if I'm hot and I don't have the chance, like the choice to get cold. I'm like I'm angry. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm angry. It's just I get annoyed. And then if I'm cold and I can't get warm, imagine it's 2 degrees outside, 4 degrees in your house, and all you have is a sleeping bag. Like you can't do nothing.
Is a fan considered air conditioning?
I don't know. You said heating and air conditioning.
Heating
I
and
would
air
say no.
So you can have a fan still. Sometimes them fans do
But-
nothing though.
Yeah. Well, I have a fan on. If the air conditioning's on, the fan's on. If the heat's on, the fan's on. The fan don't turn off. But
Yeah.
I just feel like and another thing, all the pipes in your house would break.
Yeah. But here's my problem with it. I would agree with you on one point if my life isn't my life now. Because without internet, I don't have a job.
Yeah.
I don't have a job.
But me, I could live without internet.
You live without internet. I'd be homeless.
Yeah.
And I would have no air conditioning heating anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But if you were working somewhere else and doing like, say you were working at what I do,
yeah.
would you still choose?
I
heating air conditioning?
would probably choose not having any internet because I keep my house at 68 year round.
Well, that's the thing.
Year
When I'm
round.
at work and it's 95 degrees outside, if I don't get a little AC, I'm probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Because
I feel that.
I mean, even though some of them, most of them don't. Like in them little mail trucks, in the back, say it's 95 outside, it's about 105 in it. In the back of it, it's like 230. I don't know how the like packages don't boil. You have to drink water, so I take a gallon of water with me.
Mhm.
If I'm one of them, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so hot. Let me get in here and drink some of this water soup. It's so warm,
Water
bro.
soup.
It's so warm. It's almost like it.
Water soup.
Like I know it don't, but it almost feels like it dehydrates you.
That's foul.
It's bad.
That's foul.
And imagine being freezing, like what I do at work. It's 2 degrees. I walk. I'm touching all these metal mailboxes. I can't get back in a vehicle and warm my fingers up. Soon as your feet gets cold, your day's ruined.
Yeah.
Feet get cold or wet, it's over with.
Oh, wet feet,
Bro, that's why I bought some waterproof boots.
just throw them away. I don't want them anymore.
No, that's the thing.
Take
It's
them
like,
off.
I don't do it. The guy I work with does it. He brings a change of socks just in case.
There's nothing that will change my mood faster than me having a good day and then stepping in a puddle and my feet are wet.
Oh yeah.
And there's nowhere around to like change socks, change shoes. And I just got to deal with wet feet for like the next 2 hours. I'll go from the happiest man in the world to just the most upset.
Like 2 years ago, I was at work, right? It was Christmas Eve, and it was like 8 o'clock at night. It's like I was on like it was like 10, 12 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And bro, it was pouring, it was freezing rain all day, and I managed to keep my feet pretty much dry. I go to deliver my last package to a house. Right, it's Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah.
8 o'clock at night. I can't really see. I step in a puddle. I'm telling you, I damn near went up to my knee, bro. Completely soaked my feet. I almost told my mom I wasn't coming to Christmas, bro. Not only did my feet get soaking wet, it was ice cold water. And I was already freezing cold. Like, oh.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh, by the way, I have your like boot things for
The
for
insoles?
winter. They're like you put
Oh, they put it over? Yeah. Well, so you could throw them out because
Okay. Okay.
what I did is they go over your shoe, right?
Yeah.
But those ones, they're not big enough to go over my shoes,
Okay.
but they're big enough to go over my feet.
Yeah.
So I had these Champion slippers, and there was a thick ass sole for the slipper in it. So I took the sole out of that, put them in there, and was just wearing them as shoes. Turns out that really, really hurt your feet.
Oh, I remember.
I wore them to work once. I wore them to work once, and it was in tears, bro.
Who would have thought that? You know.
All
All right. Let's see. So you said you do heating. I said I would do internet because I would be homeless. But if I had the same job, I would also choose.
All right. Would you rather lose all your old memories or never be able to make new ones?
That's tough.
Oh, I'm assuming like we can do things, we're just not going to remember it,
So would you rather lose all your old memories
or not be able to make new ones?
or not to be?
So basically, you're
if
losing your memory.
If you can't make new ones, you're basically living your day not
The same?
retaining.
Yeah, so you're just
any
forgetting your whole.
information. You just wake up and like
Well, you
think
go to
it's just
work.
Monday every day.
You go to work and you know, like, oh, I went to work yesterday. But if say one of my friends fell or something and I was laughing, I'm not remembering that.
This is tricky because the boys, I don't want to forget all the memories we had.
Yeah, but I also
don't want to
We're at
not
the-
be able to remember the future of what's going on.
we're entering like the best part of it. We have money to do shit, so it's like if we go to the beach, I don't want to forget that, but I also don't want to forget when we went to the beach out on senior year.
This is a great question. Okay, how much of our bond of our group is from our experience? If we all got amnesia today and we're put in a house, do you think we would be friends still? And who would be the most annoying?
Scott.
yeah.
Scott would be, but also
I think if Scott lost his memory and he got put with the rest of us, he'd be like,
would he be the
he'd
same?
be like, who? Would any of us?
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, because we're built like our experiences
yeah,
are what makes us who we are today. So if you get rid of that,
we're new people.
we're new people.
So who knows? To be honest, like, because
But if we can't make any more memories, we're just stuck as the old person.
yeah, I don't know. Because if we might like say, because my memory, like, one of my best memories is like meeting you guys. So it's
Yeah.
like I never met you then.
right.
I feel like that's the hardest would you rather I've ever heard because
That's
it's so
crazy.
open ended.
And then I would have to like basically start from scratch with Maria.
Yeah.
Okay, to make
Or
memories.
not. You're gonna have kids, but not remember them.
I would just off of the facts. Even though I don't want either, I would probably have to choose forgetting the past because we have more of a future than the past because
Yeah.
we're so young. But that sucks.
Well, that's the thing. It's like because if you can't make a future, yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, I have kids. Their first day of school, you don't know that. You
Yeah.
didn't know. You don't know that happened.
Ain't no back in my day story coming
Yeah.
from me.
Back in my day, I don't have a day. I don't know. I think that's a hard one. If I had to choose, I
Yeah.
think I would lose all my past memories because you just think though, all your past though, your job's
Right.
gone, pretty
Oh.
much.
You're basically restarting your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Ugh.
Ooh. But you'd have to because we have more of a future than a past right now.
But is your job your memory? I don't know.
Yeah. I got to
But-
remember to wake up in the morning and get.
yeah,
to
but
work.
that's not one of your memories. Memories is like we went to senior week. We wouldn't remember that,
Yeah.
but we'd still be like, I remember how to deliver mail because that's not a memory. It's my life.
Yeah.
So I guess our lives wouldn't completely change. It's just are we doing best memories? So it could be our worst memories are gone too. So that time Devin got diddled by Steven, he wouldn't remember that.
He got diddled. Steven attacked that man.
Yeah. That happened to me at work the other day too, man. This dude said he was reaching for my satchel. There's one of my buddies
Are
at
you
work. Yeah, bro. He was reaching for my satchel and the back of his hand just caressed the tip of my wiener.
Oh my goodness.
I was
and then your whole day's scratched.
and then he said it never happened. I know, well, you did it. Like
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
what else
All
you
right.
got?
So, would you rather give up social media or eat the same dinner for the rest of your life?
Do I get to choose the dinner?
Yeah.
I'm giving up social media.
I'd probably eat the same food because I'm okay. Like, I'm that type of person. I could eat a burger every day for the rest of my life and I'll be fine.
I could probably eat
For
wings every day.
The 4 years of being in college, I
Mm.
literally had two burgers.
Yeah.
That's it.
I could eat wings every single day, but I also don't use social media that much.
That's true. That's true. I don't really use social
And
media.
You know, if I couldn't use social media, how much better I'd be able to sleep.
You know how much more productive
Life would be.
you'd
Like,
be?
I'll be laying down like, oh, I'm about to fall asleep, and then I get on TikTok and I'm like, oh well, I'll just scroll, and then, bro, you see some girl on there shaking ass, and you're like, well, now I have to, you know, like I can't. Now I'm all riled up. I'm not going to sleep like this.
Oh my god!
So you know where that leads, and it's like,
you know where that leads. You're stupid, bro. Yeah,
I think I give up social media.
I think I would choose to eat the same thing.
I get
What's the
that.
next one? Dude, let's do two
Oh.
more.
Too, yeah. Would you rather have a job that you love but you don't get paid very much, or a job that you're rich but you hate your job?
See, I'm about my bag.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I'm taking it.
I'll suffer for a couple years to make like double. If we're talking about a better, let's say,
All right, so say you hate the job at 50,000.
yeah,
Or you love the job at 50K.
Yeah.
But you hate the job at 150K.
I had 100. I was just gonna say 100K, 150. I'm taking the job that I don't like.
Even 100K, I'm taking it.
I'm taking it
Like, I suffer right now. So
because the 8 years, or not the 8 years, the 8 hours of unhappiness that I will go through will mean nothing when I have the rest of my time to go on like a vacation or
Yeah.
do these things that I can't.
You're
do
basically-
if I'm stuck at the 50K.
financial freedom is like the best thing in the world. Like,
I'll
'cause
happily suffer for the 8 hours a day to enjoy the remainder of doing anything I want.
yeah,
I want to buy any video game, or if I want to go out, and it don't matter.
yeah. You don't have to worry about like,
I'm taking
fuck. Well, I got to pay rent this weekend, so I guess I'm not going out.
exactly.
You know, or like,
Instead, I hate my job, so I am going out.
Yeah, exactly. That gives you more of a reason to want to do things outside of work.
Right.
If I love people who love their job, that's all they do. That's all they're about.
I agree.
It's almost certain people, I get it. You love your job, like people who work with kids and all that, animals, and they love their job.
Yeah.
I'd hate it. Like,
Yeah.
but if I'm not even getting started, I'm telling you, if I was a teacher and I'd get disrespected like I disrespected some of my teachers,
Teachers need
No.
to get paid more
Yeah.
for what they put. At least the teachers that we went to high school with, they need to get paid more, especially for the few kids that I could think of. They needed bonuses or something, because to deal with that many people.
you know who I seen working the other day?
Who?
Shakim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was he was part of one construction crew down there.
Coping with Copeland.
Yeah. They literally, that
Coping
was
with Copeland.
something.
I love that, man. You want to hear something funny about his ass?
I don't know if
I used
do.
to pick him up for football practice.
Yeah.
This man, my grandma would pick up.
Oh yeah, I know what you're about
This
to say.
man.
I know what you're about to
This
say.
man
I know what you're about to say.
got in this car with a ketchup bottle, one of those old restaurant ketchup bottles filled with Kool-Aid for practice, football practice. He got ketchup bottle Kool-Aid for football practice. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What are you doing?" I was like,
that is kind of wild. Like to me, that's
was
probably one of the,
unbelievable.
like no, but he was.
He was probably one of the funniest people in school.
Oh yeah, he was up there, and it's like no matter who you were, who you hung out with, you knew who he was.
And you loved him.
Yeah, like he was.
He had no beef with nobody.
Nobody, and he wasn't like his friends and stuff. He'd make fun of and shit, but he's never like disrespectful unless he had to be or something. Unless you were a teacher.
Where'd you say you seen him?
Down at work.
Down at work.
Yeah, I was driving into work and he was working on one of the roads. He was like holding the flag.
Oh,
or
he's a
something.
construction guy.
Yeah.
Or like one of those road people.
That's another thing I do have. We'll save this for something else, but I have beef with every bus driver.
Oh,
I have beef with Flagger Force. And I have beef with
all the beef.
garbage men
You got all the beef. Oh my gosh.
and people who don't check their mail.
What was the would you rather? What was it?
Oh, the money. Would you rather have more money? Or
How
good
did we
job.
even get to that point? Oh,
I don't even know.
I'm taking the money.
Because you said something about high school and then that remembered that I seen him.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I'm taking the money. Yeah,
I'm taking the money.
money.
All right, last one. Would you rather spend a year at war or a year in prison?
Like I can't leave work for a year.
At war.
War.
Spend
War.
a year
100%.
at war
100%.
or spend a year
Because I
in
feel like
prison.
there's just as good of chance to get killed in war as prison.
And it's like, which war? Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's like, which war? Are you
the
talking
next
about?
war or the last
Or the
war?
last.
Because I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know how crazy.
And can I choose on like where I'm at? Like if I'm
Like, am I
front-
just front lines?
if I'm front lines, I'm probably gonna choose prison. But if I could be like the dude on the back of the computer or something like that, like
Well, that's another thing though. Is if you go to prison, I'm pretty sure inmates are like first people to get drafted. So you might go to war anyway.
no, if you're a felon, you can't get drafted at all.
Oh, really?
Yep. Which I've always said.
I'm about to go commit a felony. If
I've
war
always
crimes-
said that it would be a good like prison reform, because what's better than the military to give you better discipline? I think there should be like a thing where prisoners can go to or join the military in like a special division or something like that and serve time there and maybe reduce their sentence by helping our country, than just sitting around in prison doing nothing.
I think-
and, like wasting their time basically.
I think depending on what you're charged with,
yeah.
definitely. But I think
agree.
there might be something like that because
There's a couple charges that they should not be.
I forget where we were the one day. I think it was when we went to Pittsburgh the last time.
Yeah.
But we passed the state police barracks.
Yeah.
And they had like it was almost like a boot camp, and they had prisoners there. So I don't know what that was.
Oh.
Well,
Well, so you chose war.
yeah.
What if it's front lines?
Front
Front
lines?
lines, you're in the army, boots to the ground, you're getting shot at dang near every single day, or prison where you do push-ups and sit-ups
or
every day.
and maybe get stabbed or sexually assaulted?
Yeah, but you're big enough. You're tall enough. And
have
big
you
enough.
seen people, bro?
And you're funny enough that you're not gonna. No one's gonna.
I'm gonna have to get like a tattoo, one that I don't want to get.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know, because you always see on the movies and jails and stuff how there's all these gangs and cliques and stuff. But then some, like you watch, like I watched this one show and it was like that, but it wasn't like there's constant beef inside the prison, because it's like, if I go fight this dude, I can't see sunlight for fucking how long.
Yeah,
So I feel like it's not, certain prisons definitely yes, but some prisons, like if
Okay.
you just go to prison, I feel like it's not as, I mean, yeah, it sucks. It's terrible.
So let's compare worst to worst. The front lines getting shot at every single day. The worst situation possible at war, you're there.
Yeah.
Or the worst prison, people getting stabbed constantly.
War.
Yeah, I'm choosing. I'm choosing war. I'm choosing war for that for sure.
Because I'll be honest, there's a chance I make it out of war. There's not a damn chance I make it out that prison.
Yeah, but in the best possible solution, right, where you're just at a desk shooting people and stuff.
Oh yeah, you're
dropping
choosing
drugs.
that.
Or you're choosing prison where
It's like one of them rich
everyone's
people's.
friendly, yeah, everyone's chilling. You can go outside. There's like a tennis court. You know, you got your time. You do your push-ups, sit-ups. You go to the library, read a book. I would probably do the prison, and it would probably be like the most peaceful time of my life.
Well, that's another thing, bro. People in prison, they get degrees and shit. It's like your
My
free
brother-
education.
My brother, he's in jail
Yeah.
right now. He got his law degree.
Yeah, it's like,
Got his law degree.
and it's pretty. Isn't it free?
He had his. It's not free, but it's cheaper than what I'm $80,000 in debt of student loans. His was like $900
Yeah, he's $900 in debt
and has a
like,
degree.
Shit, we might have to go to jail.
Yeah.
Come back,
Free
lawyer.
healthcare?
We can come back, doctors.
Yeah.
No,
No. Yeah. No. All right. Was that the last? That was the last one.
yeah, I think that's the last
All
one
right.
we're gonna
We're
do.
pushing around the time. Let's finish off. So I'd like to, for this, because it's the first episode, I'd like just to like set some goals that we're looking at, like let's say within the next year.
Are we talking about like personal goals or
Personal goal.
and podcast or no?
If that's a part of your goal.
Yeah. All
So
right.
I have 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just list off. I have on here. Give me 1 second. So I think this will probably be a goal for both of us because I know we've talked before. Lose 50 pounds.
I don't want to lose 50 pounds because I feel like if I lose 50 pounds, I'm gonna look like I'm on crack.
Fair.
But I definitely want to get in shape,
Yeah, I'm like 250 right now.
which is very difficult.
I would like to be around 200, 210. I would be satisfied.
I'm cool with 215 to 220,
Yeah.
which I'm also like 250
So
right now.
I want to lose a lot more weight. I want to play a lot more disc golf because
I
I
wanna get
love disc golf.
It's so much fun. I want to get good at disc golf.
I
that's-
love disc golf.
It's kind of we do have the same, those both are the same goal. I mean, get in shape, but I
Get in
do want to
shape.
play more disc golf.
Like the goal of losing weight.
Yeah.
We have that.
I also want to play more disc golf, but I also want to get better at regular golf.
You know me. I'll play golf with you. I do enjoy it. I just don't like how expensive it is. Where disc golf, it's once you get the disc, it's free.
Yeah.
But regular golf, you have to drop
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, bro. Golfing
You
is
drop
probably the most
money.
expensive hobby in the whole entire world.
But it is fun.
It is.
It is a
very fun.
good.
I golfed once. I have 4 sets of golf clubs now. Like,
Third one. This is more personal for me. We're not gonna match. I'm gonna be having to pop the question here soon. Mm-hmm. Have to pop the question here soon.
yeah. My mom texted me the other day and said, "When is he getting married?"
It's gonna be not married, but engaged
Yeah.
here shortly. It has to be within this year.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that everything's perfect. The situation we're in is because we have like this certain time limit because we're gonna move to North Carolina, like you know.
Yeah.
So she kind of knows that it's got to be soon, but I still want it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just like,
Well, that's the thing though, is with you, she will never know when it's coming.
yeah, I know.
Like
You'll
you'll have the straightest fucking face, and you're just, you want
I'm gonna
put
make
this on your finger.
I'm gonna make her keep guessing. So I'm gonna do like a whole bunch of nice stuff throughout these next couple of months.
Go down and tie your shoe.
And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna pretend to tie my shoe. Or like, I'm like,
She might be able to hear you.
that's okay. She knows.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you get your nails done? Let's go.
They
go
look
get
good
your
in a
hair done.
picture.
Let's go get your hair done real quick. What the hell's a spa sound? You know?
Yeah, you want a pumpkin spice latte?
Yeah. So
Here's
that's a goal of mine.
I have a similar goal though. I definitely want to be in a relationship.
That's one of yours.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
In a serious relationship.
Hopefully,
within this
hopefully,
year.
yeah.
Okay, I like that one. Because of the question, I want to save money for the wedding and
Yeah.
the house to move to North Carolina.
Well, I want to get one of my biggest goals. I want to get better with my money.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can help you with that. You know,
I mean,
I'm an accountant, so
Well, usually, so yesterday I $100 buy-in for that. Usually, I'd have came up here. I'd be like, oh, yeah, fuck it, let's go to the bar. But I said no.
you did say no. You did say no. I was like, okay.
I'm gonna cut it to like once a month.
My last goal would have to be staying consistent with this podcast because
Yeah.
this is our first podcast. I mean, obviously we didn't watch it back yet, but I think it went pretty well.
I did. I do. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, we're gonna keep it going. I can't wait till eventually get completely roasted
Yeah.
by these people if we ever get some
ruthless.
if
People
we
are
ever get people
ruthless.
watching it. But
It's gonna be a fun time trying to figure out like editing.
oh, it's
and
gonna
all
suck.
that stuff.
I gotta get a laptop.
I pray that when we end this, the quality
It's good.
sounds good and it doesn't sound horrendous.
I
know
don't
what
think
we're
it's gonna be
do.
too bad, but
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, all right. Well, I mean,
All right. Any other of your goals? Any more of yours?
I want to get out of the city I work in.
Okay.
I don't know where yet.
Yeah.
Like, because because of plans, maybe here, maybe there.
Yeah.
I just driving an hour and 15 minutes to work every day sucks.
Yeah, I feel that. So you want to move then?
I want to transfer. I don't want to move like where I live.
Oh, you want to transfer where you work?
I want to transfer closer to home.
Gotcha.
Or maybe, who knows, if depending on what happens, I could transfer
All right.
anywhere. I
So-
could literally transfer anywhere in the United States.
So these goals that we set, we're gonna have to talk about every other podcast. Like, where are we at with these goals?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks guys for joining. If you made it to the end of this video, please like and subscribe. This is Black and White signing off.